Hello everyone. Today we will learn geography and this presentation is for class 9th students. The topic for today is geographic grid, latitude and longitude. This is chapter 2nd of the book. Topics. Topics to be covered in this presentation are concept of latitudes, important latitudes, concept of longitude, comparison of latitudes and longitudes, prime meridian, international dateline, Indian Standard Time, and time zones. Latitudes. A latitude is the angular distance of a place north or south of the equator. Lines of latitude are imaginary lines joining all places having the same latitude towards north or south of equator. A latitude is marked in degrees, with equator being 0 degree. Latitudes are parallels to one another and never meet. They cross the prime meridian at right angle. Since the lines of latitudes are parallel to equator and each other, they are called parallels of latitude. In the picture given, you will see that there are red color and blue color lines running parallel to each other. These lines, which are running parallel to equator towards north and towards south, they are called latitudes, the equator being the greatest circle and the North Pole and South Pole being as points, as dots. Important latitudes. There are some important latitudes. Equator at 0 degree, Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degree north, Arctic Circle 66.5 degree north. Now, Tropic of Capricorn is at 23.5 degree south, Antarctic Circle 66.5 degree south. Besides helping us to locate places on map, the lines of latitude divide the earth into distinct heat belts that are also known as heat zones. The lines of latitude indicate the general climate of the area by applying the principle of heat zones or thermal zones. Thus, latitudes enable us to divide the whole earth into different climatic zones. We have torrid zone. The torrid zone lies between 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south. Then we have two temperate zones that lies between 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north. Then in the south it is 23.5 degree south to 66.5 degree south. Then comes frigid zone. We also have two frigid zones. The frigid zone lies at 66.5 degree north to 90 degree north, and in south it lies from 66.5 degree south to 90 degree in the south. These lines of latitudes are important latitudes. Longitudes. Unlike the parallels of latitude, which are circles, the meridians of longitude are semicircles that converge at the poles. The meridians intersect the equator at right angles. The longitude of a place is its angular distance east or west of the prime meridian. It is also measured in degrees. The longitudes vary from 0 degree to 180 degree east or west. For convenience of numbering, the meridians of longitude passing through the Greenwich Observatory near London has been adopted as the prime meridian by an international agreement and has been given the value of 0. So it means the prime meridian is a longitude that is passing through a place. That place is an observatory named Greenwich, and this observatory is near London. So this meridian has been taken as the prime meridian. Now in the slide you will see a picture. In this picture there are some lines which are running from North Pole to South Pole. The blue color lines, they show the meridians running in the eastern hemisphere, and the red color lines show the meridians in the western hemisphere. Now these individually, all these lines are semicircles. Their distance is maximum at equator, and when they move towards the pole, the distance gradually starts decreasing. So these lines are called longitudes. In this slide, we will compare the difference between latitudes and longitudes. Comparison between parallels of latitudes and meridians of longitude. A latitude is the angular distance of a place north or south of the equator. A longitude is the angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian. The second point is lines of latitude are parallel to the equator and each other. All meridians of longitude converge at the poles. Converge means they meet at the pole. Latitude degrees are measured from the equator to its north or south. Longitude degrees are measured from the prime meridian to its east or west. The distance between two lines of latitude is approximately 111 kilometers. The distance between two lines of longitudes is maximum at the equator, which is 111.3 kilometers, but it goes on decreasing on moving towards pole. It is 0 at pole. This means that when we move towards the pole from the equator, the distance between two longitudes starts decreasing. It could be North Pole or South Pole. Each parallel of latitude is a full circle. The line of latitudes are not of equal length and become smaller on moving towards the pole. Individually, all lines of longitude are semicircles and of equal length. Now coming to prime meridian. A prime meridian is the meridian, a line of longitude, both are same, in a geographic coordinate system at which longitude is defined to be 0 degree. Together, a prime meridian and its anti-meridian, which is the 180th meridian, they form a complete circle. This circle divides the earth into two hemispheres, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. This meridian runs through Greenwich near London, England. The sun crosses a meridian at noon. So all the places on a particular meridian will have noon at the same time. Children, prime meridian means it is the 0 degree meridian. Now from this meridian we start moving towards east or towards west. So you can say that this is the first meridian. For our counting, we have taken this meridian as 0 degree and then we move towards east or west. In this slide, we will discuss about international dateline. International dateline, also called dateline, it is an imaginary line extending between North Pole and South Pole. When you cross the international dateline, the day and date change. When cross the international dateline from east to west, you gain a day. When you cross the international dateline from west to east, you lose a day. Now this international dateline is not a straight line. It is drawn in a zigzag manner because it deviates at places on map so that it does not cut through any island or cause confusion of dates in a country. This means that if the international dateline is passing through a country, then that country will have two dates at the same time. It will create a lot of confusion about the timing and about the date of that place. That is why this international dateline is a zigzag line to avoid any confusion. Now let's take an example. If it is 8 p.m. Monday, 25th December at Greenwich, it will be 8 a.m. Tuesday on 26th December on crossing the 180-degree line. But if one has to travel from west, it will be 12 hours behind. So it will be 8 a.m. Monday, 25th December. This means that from the prime meridian to 180-degree meridian, the time calculated is 12 hours. So 12 hours from east and 12 hours from west makes 24 hours. And we know 24 hours makes a day. So when we cross this line, we gain a day or we lose a day. Now we come to Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time is also known as IST. IST is the time zone observed throughout India. Indian Standard Time is calculated on the basis of 82.5-degree east longitude in the city of Mirzapur, Uttar Pradesh. While fixing IST with respect to Greenwich Mean Time, we have to add 5.5 hours to IST. This means that India is 5.5 hours ahead of GMT. Now, many children will have doubt that ma'am, how to add 5.5 hours? For this, we will go to the next slide to tell you about the time zones. Time zones. We all know that the earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Time zones are based on the division of the world into 24 hours time zones of 15-degree each longitude. Now we all know that the earth is a sphere. Now if you cut a sphere from the center, it will look like a circle. The circumference of a circle we all know is 360 degree. So if we divide 360 by 24, we get 15 degree. It means that the earth moves 15 degree in 1 hour. Now hours is again divided into minutes. So if we divide 60 by 15, we get 4 minutes. So 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. In the previous slide, I have told you about the Indian Standard Time, that is 82.5 degree. India has adopted this 82.5-degree meridian time as its standard time. How to calculate it? We all know that in 1 degree the time taken is 4 minutes. So if we multiply 82.5 by 4, we get 330 minutes. Now if we have to convert 330 minutes into hours, it comes to 5.5 hours. So if it is 12 noon at GMT, we all know India is in the eastern hemisphere, so we are ahead of GMT. That is why we add 5.5 hours. If when it is 12 noon at GMT in India, the time will be 5:30 in the evening, that is PM. Now let's take another example of the Western Hemisphere. Let's take the 60-degree meridian. You will see that between 80 and 40 there is one meridian. Let's take this meridian, 60-degree meridian. There is a place A on this 60-degree meridian. Now how to calculate the time of this 60-degree meridian? We all know that when we move towards east, we gain time, and when we move towards west, we lose time. So I will continue with the same example, that there is a place on the 60-degree meridian. So how to find the difference between this place and the prime meridian? So we have to multiply 60 into 4. So when we multiply 60 by 4, we get 240. So this 240 is our minutes. Now if we convert these minutes into hours, it changes into 4 hours. So at 60 degree, the place A will be 4 hours behind the prime meridian, the GMT time. The example is that if it is 12 noon at GMT, so what will be the time? So we will go 4 hours behind. So it will be 8 a.m. 8 a.m. in the morning at that place A on the 60-degree meridian. I repeat, when we move towards east, we add time, and when we move towards west, we subtract time. Assignment. Now, based on the topics which we have discussed, which I have explained in this presentation, there are 10 questions. Please do these questions in your copy. Thank you for watching this presentation. This is Sonu Nanda from St. Joseph's Academy.